I would like you to close your eyes and picture yourself walking through the woods on a trail somewhere. Picture the trees that are around you. During this time of year, the fall is such a beautiful time to be outside and see nature. And one of nature's most beautiful things are the trees. The different kinds, the different colors, they're really a wonder to see. And I don't think people always realize the characteristics that are similar between trees and people. I never really had until I was given this assignment. I was sitting on my porch trying to come up with an idea of an object that I could use. And as I looked around trying to see if there was anything that really caught my eye, we have a tree right next to our porch. And it just hit me that that would be perfect. That's why they're called family trees. Trees and people have characteristics that are the same. Trees are always changing and growing. And I think about who I was in high school and who I am now. I have changed and grown so much. I was a naive young girl, and now I'm a strong, independent mom and wife who has to keep everything going. It's the maturity and changing over the years. Trees have the branches that keep their leaves on them and keep them strong and help the leaves grow until the precise moment for the leaves to fall off. And that is me and my children. I keep my children close, I help them grow, and I nurture them until it's time for them to start doing things on their own and then eventually leave the home. Finally, trees have roots, and without the roots, the trees would be nothing. And without my roots, I would be nothing. I take my roots very seriously, and I'm very proud of who I am. And without my roots, I wouldn't know who I was. And it keeps me steady and keeps me grounded to who I am. Growing and changing is not just a physical thing. Obviously, physically, I'm not the same person I was in high school, but it's more than that. Growing and changing is inside and out. When I was in high school, all I cared about was hanging out with my friends and my boyfriend and kind of that immature attitude and personality. My senior year, I became pregnant with my son, and all I cared about was focusing on him and graduating high school and taking care of him, which isn't a bad thing. But now, as I've grown and matured into the adult that I am, I know that you can focus on your kids and be focused on them, but also have goals for myself. And I have learned to focus on my children, have goals for myself and focus on me, but make it all work and manage my time and keep everything going as smoothly as possible anyway. Trees, they have the little, I think about trees from spring to fall. And they start out with these little buds on the branches, and the buds they eventually grow into these beautiful leaves. And then as the leaves get bigger and then as fall arrives, they eventually fall off when the time is right. My children, I've kept close to me, and I keep them close, and I help them grow, and I help them nurture, and I help them become the people that they are, and I've watched them over the years, and then eventually they get bigger and leave the nest and go off and do things on their own. And some of my most precious moments are watching my son from a baby to go from grade to grade and eventually just recently graduate high school, and now he's left and moved off to college. And now I get to do it all over again with my daughters, my youngest, which is in preschool. So I get to have that experience all over again. Finally, trees' roots make the tree what it is. And my roots make me who I am. And I am very proud of my roots. I like to look back at my family and see who they were and then who they are now and how they've contributed to who I am and have helped shape and mold me into the person I am today. Without them, I wouldn't know why I am the way I am. I'm very close to my family. I come from a small town, and I love being in this small town. I have no desire to leave. My grandparents live here, my parents live here, my siblings, and I love being around them. I'm very close with my grandparents, and I love to go over and visit and be with them so I can hear the stories of how my parents were the way they were, and it kind of helps me know who I am. And when I'm around them, I'm happy. I smile, I laugh. I just love being with my family. And that has made me who I am. and the family person I am, and the strong and independent person I am. My grandfather was so strong and independent, and it has made me want to be that way. And I think it has told me to be strong and independent and take care of my family the way he did. And that is what I have learned about my family, and the roots have taught me that. Knowing my roots have taught me that. So as you go out now, you realize trees have defining characteristics, very specific. And now when you see a tree, you will see more. You'll see me, as I will continue to grow inside and out.